So today is a key game. It is a big one. It is Paige Bueckers and Enrique Agumbawale and the Dallas Wings facing off against Grace Van Sluten's Indiana Fever. Obviously, this is a joke reference made to the original one last week, where it was Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings face off against Lexi Hall and the Indiana Fever. And, again, there's nothing I want more than to see Lexi Hall regain some confidence and become a better player, because I think that's the difference between the Indiana Fever being pretenders and contenders. I think if Lexi Hall and Mo Billings show up, they become the best team in the league. That being said, it is hilarious because she had 0 points in the game. She unfortunately during that game was Lexi Null. And yeah, it was hilarious. That being said, let's go and talk about this game in the preview. So, the Indiana Fever are favored to win this game. It's an 8 p.m. Eastern time game, which thankfully I'm on Eastern time, but still my sleep pattern has genuinely been all over the place. So even though my sleep pattern has been completely wrecked in Ireland, I'm somehow getting tired earlier. In Ireland, you know what? I'm up till 4 a.m. It's nothing. Here, it's 10 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm trying to get to sleep. It's bad. I don't know why I'm so tired here. But it's if 8 p.m. Eastern feels late for me. But it is now a big game. A big game here. Watching the Indiana Fever facing off against the Dallas Wings, because they give Dallas the matchup predictor on ESPN, but the odds have the Fever winning. Look, Caitlin's playing and Kelsey are playing. They are playing. This is not a game they're sitting out. They have obviously a back-to-back at the weekend, and they're probably not going to play the back-to-back. And the odds of both of them, maybe they split the games in the back-to-back. And the one thing I will say is, it does feel like the Fever now, they're, it's weird. It was at one stage, Caitlin and Kelsey are playing off each other, and now Caitlin kind of struggles without Kelsey on the floor, because Caitlin and Aaliyah feel like they're playing against each other, almost. But, you're facing off against the Sky and the Liberty on a back-to-back, so for me, I'm you go and win this game, and you can just rest. You can rest them against the Liberty. You're good. Pull a the 24 hours one. Pull a Becky Hammond, because you're away to the Liberty, aren't you? Are you away to the Liberty? Yeah. Pull a Becky Hammond. 5-game road trip. You've won 6 games in a row. You can take a. You'd rather take the L against the Liberty to give it a full go against the Sky than still be fairly tired against the Liberty and maybe taking an L just on merit, and then getting hit with a trap game against Chicago. Or honestly, maybe the Sky are better than the Liberty, and that's the way to go. But look, maybe they want to just play through it. Maybe they all around want to play through it. But yeah, look, this is a big game right here, where the Indiana Fever are going to have the 2 best players on the floor. It just really depends on what Elia is able to do with Jess Shepard. How important Jess Shepard's going to be, because the Dallas Wings are a significantly worse defensive team with Jess Shepard on the floor than they are with Jess Shepard off the floor. They are a team that just can't guard a parked car with Jess Shepard on the floor. But they can well and truly, they can essentially relegate Dallas to the 7-8 seed. They can basically just be look, Dallas aren't beating Golden State or Minnesota in the playoffs. They're just not. And if you're Indiana, you want to get into that 3rd seed, because you would rather face Washington or New York than face Atlanta in the playoffs. I get it. I do think they have Atlanta's number, but I just think it's a much tougher matchup, especially because we don't know about the health of Phoebish, and there's no way Satu's coming back. So, if Phoebish plays and Phoebish is 100%, okay, it's a different New York Liberty team. But, the odds of them facing Washington is the same. And, I think we all pick Indiana over Washington in a series. And then you go and face Golden State potentially. Or if New York finish 7th, I have New York beating Golden State. Indiana, New York in the semis? Like, what you don't want to do is just face a team that's better than you in Golden State. Or, sorry, not Golden State, in Minnesota. But yeah, like, if you're Indiana, you really need to. You're a game up on Vegas. But Vegas have a really easy run into the end of the year. And, like, you're a full game ahead of Vegas. And if you want to say, oh, it's only half a game, they have the tiebreak on Vegas. So, that matters. So, like, this is a game the Fever really need to win. Like, for the Wings, I think the season's a write-off anyway. I think they're in a really weird position because, like, Paige's epic triggers next year. I get that. But, like, they have to realize, like, how far are they off from contending? And it's like, are you going to be able to contend by year 6 of Paige Bueckers? If the answer is yes, obviously you're good. If the answer is no, then you basically have to just go, well, we have to trade Paige. We have to trade Paige before the epic kicks in. And, like, I made that video yesterday. It's like, there is actually a thing where it's like, you have to weigh up your options, like, because they can walk after year 6 of in unrestricted free agency. And it's like, do we want to give her the Supermax? Do we want to give her the Supermax for 2 years while not contending? Or do we want to get the greatest haul for a player ever? Like, you could potentially trade Paige for number 1 this year's draft. So, like, that's a rumbling conversation in a similar way to look, Caitlin's epic is triggering, do they trade Caitlin? In a similar way, not like fully serious conversations, but there are massive implications to the epic. And, like, if you are Dallas, you do have a pretty easy end to the year, but, like, the Mercury are going out swinging. Like, they're not going to go out sad. Like, Kelsey Plum's not going to, well, if she's playing, she's not going to not try. Alyssa Thomas doesn't know not try. Portland are a tough team. Seattle are a tough team because Seattle are already in last. They're not changing their draft spot. They're going to be last no matter what, so they're going to go out to beat you. So, you're in a really tough position if you are Dallas. And for Indiana, this win is really important. Because, again, Vegas plays Seattle twice, LA and Phoenix, and then Connecticut to end the year. So I would say, and Toronto. So Toronto twice. Jeez, the odds of Vegas winning out the year, it's not crazy that Vegas win out the year, which means Indiana have what? Like, Vegas, they're going to lose one of those games. Like, you're not going to just win out the year. So they're going to lose one of them. So if you're Indiana, you're probably beating Minnesota twice to end the year because Minnesota are going to just rest their players because they're going to be the 1 seed. If you're Indiana, you need to win this game because you can afford one more loss. You can afford, I'd say 2. 2 loss. If you want to get the 3rd seed, you can afford 2 losses. And if for the sake of Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark's MVP chases, you need to be ahead of Vegas. Because if you're not ahead of Vegas, they're just gonna give AJ the MVP. So, like, if Vegas are top 3, AJ's winning MVP. But again, if you're Indiana, you close out the year on, other than the Washington game, you have a very nice end to the year. Like, Chicago are tough, New York are tough. But, like, even if you split them, you're then facing Connecticut, Toronto again, Minnesota, where they're going to lie down for you. And Toronto and Washington, which would be a really tough game because Washington are fighting for playoff seeds. But if you it's beat Washington, you're probably the 3rd seed from then on. But yeah, big game here today. I'll see you guys.